half of their PR is staying. I know some because you've got a mix of people that go to college and of course people that just live in Lubbock. So I can't say for sure, but I don't know of anyone that's confirmed like leaving prior to the start of the next school year.
So that's a good thing. But here we go, game number 1 of the LSG Galaxy Cup doubles on its new home Thursday night. Kayohhbee and TheG versus Animacon and Strife. You see the Corrin and the Cloud coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, like you were saying, the Pikachu is out. I think Kayohbee is a little more partial to using actually Pikachu against sword characters, particularly against Cloud and Corrin, who are a little more on the below average side when it comes to recoveries. Corrin probably has probably more, I guess, more efficient offstage than Cloud would be. But it'll be interesting to see again how Strife and Animacon kind of use their range advantage against both of these characters, because I think if Kayohbee and TheG's team does have like kind of at least a very big on paper weakness, it is disjointed heavy teams.
Right. I think my favorite adjective when it's describing recoveries lately has been exploitable or predictable, and both of these sorties do fall into that a little bit. Pikachu, one of the reasons a lot of people. Oh, Jake, come on, make it back. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a weird angle on the up B.
One of the reasons Pikachu is hypothetically like the best character in the game, one of its strong suits, is that down smash clearly. But other than that, the recovery, just the ability to go very, very far, very close to the blast zone and still make it back really safely. And I feel like that does give them some comfort against these two.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, getting a spike also assists in the offstage presence as well. But I think if Strife and Animacon can kind of, you know, command the stage a bit and force the red team to make some more ballsy plays when it comes to getting kills, then because I think that's what a lot of the kills are going to come from, especially from Pikachu, is edge guards, and then like at like 130 or so, just big options like dash attack and then like F smash or up smash or something like that. Obviously, you've got handoffs with your partner and things like that, but I think just kind of maintaining that big stage control could really put the blue team at the advantage that they want to be in to win games.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things we've seen for Animacon this past week, his utilization of the hitbox on the up B, delaying his recovery and covering his opponent's edge guard options with that hitbox from Corrin's up B. He's been able to do it phenomenally well. If he's able to do it here in doubles, it'll alleviate some of that offstage presence, some of that offstage threat from this Pikachu and put them in an advantageous position as well.
Absolutely. You know, when it comes with any character with good or bad recoveries, it's maximizing your options with it. Like even with a character like, just speaking from experience, like Bowser, you know, just learning different mash patterns and things like that can mix up your recovery more than it would seem on paper. That's where he's just kind of spinning up to the ledge and hopefully he doesn't get dared or something like that, you know.
And you talked about the strength of that dash attack. So Strife was going for the cross slash onto the G, and Kayohbee just dash attacked him for it as soon as it finished and took the stock.
Yeah, it's a very it's definitely something they made stronger. Oh, that sucks. I appreciate the attempt going there to kind of read the high kind of bait the high recovery by Strife, which he did, just a little off on the Thunder to actually get the safe recovery.
How does the spike work on Thunder?
I believe
Pichu, but I don't know how it works. So if you could educate me.
So I think the when it comes to you're talking about like just the actual like the spike box of the Thunderbolt, right?
Yes.
I believe it's at the top of it's like the closer to the thundercloud is where the spike comes out. Okay. So if you caught near the top, it'll spike you down to Pikachu and do a little explosion.
Yeah, Elwolf was notorious for getting those in RGB and then in Austin.
It's definitely one way. I've seen many a stock be lost. Oh, that sucks. The air dodge. That was an air dodge a little off the mark there. But I mean, he was kind of in a place he was kind of forced into making a decision here. But with Waft on deck, we'll see if Animacon can pull out one of his B2B1s.
And there is a bounty on Kayohhbee and TheG tonight. I said if somebody beats some grands, I'll throw in an extra $10 to the pot. And then Austin and Rello like immediately signed up.
Yeah, we'll see. I know they kind of had at least before they had to leave, they had the upper hand on them for a bit there. Oh, not quite. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting if that's going to be our grand finals matchup. First off, and second of all, if they're able to do something like that. Because I definitely in these more heavier stack, smaller tournaments, you could really have anybody in grands.
Right. There's definitely the opportunity for an upset. All right. Speaking of upsets. Nationwide and Shakura did win their round 1, so they'll be the opponents for Rello and Austin.
Who did they play round 1?
Gino, who's a Houston player, and then Hudat Jr., who I'm not familiar with, but I assume he's from Houston as well.
Gotcha.
Oh, goodness.
There we go. Okay, so it looks like we got the switch over to Joker from Cloud here by Strife.
I've never seen this man's Joker.
I have not either. But probably looking for maybe more reliable kill power and just the Arsene factor that Joker can come with. Especially in doubles, if Joker's kind of left unchecked, you can get like two to three Arsenes a stock, which is just it's no fun at all for the two people on the other side.
All right, we talked about this a little bit last week, but in my mind, my favorite thing in doubles to make up a good comp is to have one rather defensive player and one more aggressive player, a stock tank, and then somebody that's going in all the time. Of these two characters, would Joker be more of like the stock tank than Corrin?
Yeah. I would say it, but with these kind of characters, it would come down to playstyle, because I could definitely think Joker can be, as we say, normally TheG's the stock tank on the red team, but you got caught off stage with unfortunate SD to lose that first stock. But I think that it depends on the Joker player, because I think you can play a very aggressive Joker and use Joker's big boxes to get early stocks and just kind of go nuts. But I can also see Joker be a very good character as a defensive. You stay back, you space your aerials, you throw your Ahas out, and your main focus is just to live as long as possible, so you can get as much value out of each stock, and by that, each Arsene that you get. Because
Animacon and Strife off to an early lead here. TheG with that unfortunate, I'm not sure if I should call it necessary or not, but the unfortunate off-stage situation, and then Kayohhbee
the shenanigans.
Yeah, Kayohhbee living a long time, but unfortunately losing his stock before either of our blue team players. Just as I say that, though, both of them are losing their stocks, and we're nearly back to even.
Yeah, that was. I like the attempt. I guess Animacon wanted to save, or at least stun TheG out of the bite there, but he ended up just grabbing his partner, and I wonder if he might maybe air dodge after the neutral B. I'm not sure what happened for Animacon, but I know Strife kind of got smacked real quick for his first stock.
And Kayohhbee going all the way off stage with Animacon. He's been in disadvantage for what
feels
like
you see,
Animacon losing his stock.
You gotta learn when to lay off the gas pedal, I think, against Pikachu when you're battling off stage, because we saw there, I think he was, oh my goodness.
Alright.
He was fine. Animacon was back on stage. He didn't need to do anything else. He just had to stay at ledge and then hopefully get some damage on Kayohhbee from there. But he was just like, nah, we're going for the kill. The risk reward a little bit too skewed in Kayohbee's favor at that point, and I think he lost that stock at like 30% or something like that. That back air, which I found out that back air semi spikes based on, I think he said Kayohbee said how you fast fall it. I believe. So if he fast holds a certain way, you get the semi spike of it, or he can kind of just stay neutral and just have you go through the whole bear. Oh, big thunder. So yeah, red team now turning around back. What was an early deficit, but now back into a lead, a small lead for them. We'll see how long Kayohhbee can hold on to his second stock. And stuff off stage. Good beer versus there by Animacon to kind of mix up his recovery there. Waft is on deck too. He's got to watch himself.
So TheG, his wafts, he has two. In my mind, like I've talked about this before, he has two wafts. He either does phenomenal, or looks kind of silly, and we're seeing a great one there.
Yeah, it's a good waft.
It's hard on Wi-Fi. I feel like waft is an ability that's theoretically really easy to use. It can be difficult on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's fair because I don't play a lot of Wario, but that's my impression of it.
I don't either. The only waft confirm I go for is up tilt waft. That's it. I don't try to go with anything else. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think he buffered us. Okay, TheG closes it out regardless, but I think he buffered a second thunder jolt there and just swan dived into the last zone.